I did have good lighting earlier in the day, and I had this vlog like completely recorded, and then the battery died and the storm started. So if you hear any extreme thunder in the background, it is like, I don't know what's going on outside. I don't know. I'm still sick too, by the way. If you can't tell, I'm a little weird sounding, at least to myself. I don't know if I'm weird to anyone else sounding, but that doesn't make any sense, Izzy. What are you talking about? It doesn't matter. I'm still sick. But screw it. I am going to do my haul for August. So the first two books that we got were in the Owl Crate for August. If you want to see those, I will try to link them up above. I'll try to remember. I really like both these books, and I love that they came in the Owl Crate. The next three books I rented from the library, which I know doesn't really count as a haul, like a buying haul, so I didn't pay for them. But yeah, I figured I'd include them anyway. So the first one that I got was The Dark Tower, Volume 1 by Stephen King. My boyfriend has been wanting to read these, and if anytime I can encourage my boyfriend to read, I'm all for it. So I rented this from the library for him and I. I also ended up renting Under Rose-Tainted Skies and History Is All You Left Me by Adam Severa. I really want to read his new book, but I haven't gotten to it yet. The next few things I got through Paperback Swap. If you don't know what that is, I'm sure I'll end up doing a video on it eventually because it's an awesome site. So these two books are the third book and the fourth book in the Dark Tower series as well, because my boyfriend, again, like I said, is getting into it, so I'm like, oh my god, I gotta buy books. And actually these were basically free, so, and they're nice editions, so heavy. The next book was just a random buy for me. I saw it was recently listed and I've seen this around and I wanted to read it. I don't know if it's any good or not. So this is Matched by Ali Connie. It has a Cassandra Clare blurb on the back, so can't be that terrible, can it? The next two I am really excited about because if you don't know anything about me, Series of Unfortunate Events is kind of an obsession. It has been since I was young. When this series first started coming out, I was one of the beginners. I was like, right when the series came out, I would be the one like waiting at the store for the new one. Like I'd have the bookstore purposely like pre-order me a copy. Bane is doing something with his tail. But anyway, yeah, so I'm obsessed. And I don't have any of these. I didn't know these existed on cassette. You guys, these are the audiobooks voiced by Tim Curry, narrated by Tim fucking Curry, you guys. I don't care who you are. If you hate Tim Curry, we can't be friends. Yeah, I found these and basically paid nothing for them. How exciting is that? The next four books are books that I bought from the library. Our library has a library book sale like constantly, the one in town here. I did do a library haul not too long ago, but that's from a different library in a different county. That's one of my favorite library book sales, by the way. It's huge. Always so much of a turnout. There's like thousands and thousands of books. It's so awesome. But this one is just constantly going. The first book that I got was This Is Your Brain on Music, The Science of the Human Obsession. This is like really interesting book about like how your brain I think how your brain like perceives music, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but it's based around music and science, and those two things are my favorites. The next three books are all Stephen King books that I paid $1 for. So the first one is Tommyknockers. Like I said, these are like nice too. They're pretty nice hardbacks. And Gerard's Game, again, a nice hardback. This one, you guys, is it Lizzie's story? I'm not 100% sure. I've seen this edition before, but I never took off the cover jacket. Like, I saw the little hole thing, but I didn't think anything of it. Look at this cover. I mean, uh-oh, here we got sirens coming, Bane. You're in trouble, Bane. They're coming for you. The rest of the books that I got here are all from the thrift store. On Wednesdays, the thrift store has half price day. The paperbacks end up being $1.25 and the hardcovers end up being 50 cents. So I get like a whole box of books for like $5 maybe or something like that. Ridiculous. It's nuts. It's crazy. But anyway, without further ado, let's just get into it. So the first book that I ended up getting was The Twits by Roald Dahl. I don't have this anymore. I remember reading it as a kid, and I had the same edition, this nice Scholastic edition, but I don't have it anymore. So this was really cool to find. I really liked it, and it's probably perfect almost. The next book I got was The Reader. I have this book, but my book copy that I have, I think, is really marked up and really bent and beat up. And this is a really nice, condition, very, very nice edition of it, so I bought it. The next book I got is Schrodinger's Kittens and the Search for Reality. This is, I think it's basically just a quantum physics book, I think. It's got science and stuff in it. Is that a good description? Science and stuff. The next one was kind of just a random pickup. I know, this looks weird. So this is a Witch PI mystery, which is when it all began by Adele Abbott. So this is book 1 in a series about a private investigator that is investigating a serial killer, a series of murders, trying to catch a serial killer who owns, and I think it's her sidekick, is a one-eyed cat, and she's about ready to find out that she is a witch. I know, it sounds so weird, but I can't wait to read it. It sounds good. I just couldn't help myself. I had to pick it up. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but I was drawn to it. The next book I got was Teen Angst Nah by Ned Vizzini. This is like an autobiography, I guess. It says Ned Vizzini is just your average teenager fighting everyday battles with school, parents, street people, rock bands, friends, fame, camp, sex. Hey, Bane. Sex, sort of. Cancun, almost. Prom, beer, Nintendo, the New York subway system, and more. It sounds brilliant. It sounds like a nice coming of age book that is very much it seems kind of like Perks of Being a Wallflower-esque. I'm not 100% sure. The next book I picked up was Fast Food Nation, The Dark Side of the All-American Meal. This is basically just about fat Americans. That's the best way to describe it. The next book that I picked up was A Great Short Works of Herman Melville, and I don't know if any of these short stories are on the Rory Gilmore Challenge. That'd be nice if they would be, because this print is fucking tiny. I want to read Cock-a-Doodle-Doo, The Crowing of the Noble Cock Benivio, because it looks like it says cock 1,000 times in this. Is that inappropriate? Should my videos be rated for I'm talking about a chicken, a rooster, you guys. The next book that I picked up was Born Confused. This book has been getting some more buzz around, I'm not sure if it's around BookTube yet, but I've been seeing some more articles about this book. I don't know what happens, and I don't know what this book is about, but it looks beautiful too. It has such a beautiful cover. The next book I picked up was The Magician King by Lev Grossman. This is the second book. I think it's a sequel to Magicians. I haven't read Magicians either, but now I have the sequel. The next book I picked up was The Fool's Girl by Celia Reyes. This book is, they said in here that it is kind of it is a retelling of Twelfth Night by Shakespeare, which, any Shakespeare retelling, I'll take it. The next book, it was actually a cover by, I really like this cover, I don't know why, but this is Reality Boy by A.S. King. I believe this is about a boy, mom agreed for them to be on a reality show, and he was a reality star, kind of, and now he's not a reality star. That's a good description, Izzy. The next two books are kind of music related. The first being High Fidelity, which I did not have. This is on the Rory Gilmore Challenge, by the way. I have another one of his books called Songbook, I believe, is the other one, and I have that, and I haven't read that either. But I'll get there. The next one is So You Want to Be a Rock Star by Jacob Slickler. Slickler? Is that his name? I don't know. It's the drummer for the guy from Semisonic, the band that did that terrible song Closing Time. Blech. My boyfriend loves that song. I do not, but I picked it up because it's music related and I wanted to read it. The next three books are Stephen King related. The first two being books that were written under Richard Bachman's name, and that is Thinner and Road Work by him, as well as I also picked up The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon as well. The next book I picked up was The Stranger Returns. This is about Ted Bundy. The next book I picked up, I was really excited about, you guys. So if you don't know, once again, if you don't know anything about me, I collect Mad Magazine. I collect Mad Magazine merch, books, magazines, stuff. One of my favorite things that I own that is Mad Magazine is a German edition that I picked up when I was in Frankfurt. Oh my god. You guys, I can't even. Makes me so happy. I wish I could subscribe to it in German. This book was a really random pickup, by the way. This is The Turning Place. This is just a random, like, sci-fi book. It says stories from a future past, of a future past. I don't know. I just picked it up. The next book I picked up was an Agatha Christie novel. A lot of people have been talking about Agatha Christie lately, and I haven't read anything by her, and this one is set in Frankfurt, which, again, if you don't know anything about me, I'm a little obsessed with Germans, German culture, Germany. I'm a little obsessed, you guys. I want to live there. I visited there last year, and it was like a dream. Like, I've always wanted to go to Germany, and we went last year. It felt like home. Like, I did not want to come home to this home at all. I wanted to stay there forever. It was awesome. But anyway, this one's set in Frankfurt, and I can't wait to read it. It's gonna be a nice little mystery. The next two books, I picked up The Da Vinci Code, which I already had, but this is like a hardcover edition, which I did not have. I did not have a hardcover, and I really liked that edition, so I picked it up. And then I picked up a mass market paperback version of Angels and Demons. The next book, I can't stop laughing at just by looking at it. I hope it's good, because I really want to keep it, and if it sucks, then I'm gonna get rid of it at the end of the year. That's my goal. If the book sucks, I'm getting rid of it. So this is Al Capone Does My Shirts. So this is about a family in the 1930s living on Alcatraz Island. That's it. That's all you need to know. Living on Alcatraz Island in the 1930s with Machine Gun Kelly there and Roy Gardner and Al Capone. This is pretty fucking cool. I don't care. I don't care if this is a middle grade novel. I'm really excited to read this. I don't know why. I'm excited. The next book was a Strictly cover buy. I bought this strictly for the cover because I really like the cover a lot. And this is The Psychopath Test by Jon Ronson. I'm not sure what this is about at all. Not even a little bit. I have no clue. It says A Journey Through the Madness Industry. The next book I got was Wonder. I was going to buy a copy of this, like a brand new copy, and I'm so glad I didn't because I found it for 50 cents at the freaking thrift store. How exciting is that? And I've wanted to read this for quite some time. I've heard this is adorable. So anyway, that is all the books except for one. And if you follow me on Instagram, then you've seen this book already that I got, and I'm really excited that I picked it up. Yeah. You guys, I got Tales of the Peculiar by Ransom Riggs for 50 fucking cents. You guys, I was like screaming when I saw this. Like, I'm in the thrift store, and I'm like trying not to scream like a little girl. Like, I picked it up and I'm like, snap it. I'm like, I need to take a picture. I need to take a picture of it. I need to show everyone the book that I just bought, and before I even actually bought it. I was so excited. Like I said, they're somewhere on the outside, but honestly, for 50 cents, I could care less. This book would have been beat up for 50 cents. I still would have got it. This is awesome. I was so excited to find this. I'm so excited that I now own this. I still haven't finished the series, by the way. I still have the last book to read. It's bad. But yeah, 50 freaking cents. This was like my favorite find of the day, so I left that for last. I think I got a total of 39 books in this haul. I know it's bad. There's like stacks. It's bad. So anyway, that's it. We're done. I'm so sorry this video is ridiculously long. If you made it all the way through, congratulations. I would give you a cookie if I had some. I don't really eat cookies very often. Anyway, so peace. I'm out. Goodbye, guys. I am going to go refresh myself for my next haul that I gotta record. You guys, I got a problem. It's bad. So peace. I'm out. Goodbye, guys. I love you. Bye.